Table Sports Podcast coming to you again with another live best ball draft here on the Yahoo platform. Let's get everything pulled up here and let's get ready to draft. We're less than a minute down from when we're going to see everything here. Let's get me down in the corner as well so we can see everything. There we go. All right, so once again, we have drawn the 9th pick. And it's not exactly my favorite spot to draft in. Feels like I miss out on some tiers sometimes, but you're going to have to draft in a couple of different spots probably if you play in a couple of different leagues. So you got to be ready, and this is just good drill strength for me and the 9th pick here. So we're going to hope. Well, we actually don't have to hope in the 9th pick. In the 10th pick, we're hoping that one of these top 9 players I just queued up here makes it back to us. So we know in this instance that that's going to happen. So we're good here. It's not like Jonathan Taylor is going to fall to us, and he doesn't fall at all in this thing. Got the Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey is how this typically opens. Now, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, that's not always how it goes. Man, Austin Eckler, this one's going fast. You'll see the draft picks down here in the corner if you're looking at the stream here. Okay, finally had some breathing room here. This guy's going to take a little time. We're going to take one of these 3 right here. Looks like it's either going to be Jamar Chase or Najee. I'm okay with either at this point. It's really easy to stack Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. It's not the easiest one, but it's still pretty Super Toe joined in and out. We need you to make a decision, buddy. Come on, you can do this. What's it going to be? Oh, Joe Mixon. Now we have to make a choice. I want to get Najee right here. I want to get running back in the first round if I can help it. That may be a mistake. I love Jamar. And to have – oh, yeah, I knew that was going to be an auto click for him. Good for him. Let's see. Stephon Diggs. This is one of the areas I have trouble with. Who am I taking right here? Am I taking the next best running back available? Am I taking Stephon Diggs? That's a good question, Taylor. What are we doing here? I think we're going to go with Najee and Diggs right here and see how that works for us. I've been taking Diggs and Mixon a lot of the time as a 10th and 11th, so this guy's got to do something totally different. Najee and Diggs may not be necessarily the sexiest combo to start this off with, but really, I mean, it's not necessarily about hitting home runs in the first 2 rounds. You definitely want to hit on your running back, no doubt, but at the same time, it's more about not just losing the draft a lot of times, in my opinion. When it comes to these first couple of rounds, you want to get something safe and secure. My problem is that all of these guys fall. There's a drop off right here at Mark Andrews, and not a lot of the time does this tier make it down to you in the 3rd round when you're this deep into it. Maybe Tyreek makes it to you, but most of the time, those guys are gone. Aaron Jones was somebody I thought about instead of Stephon Diggs. Alvin Kamara has been going up a lot. Javonte Williams seems like this is going to be a running back heavy thing, so I'm glad I got Najee, because if I hadn't and I went Jamar and then Stephon's on the other side, I've got 2 wide receivers, 2 really good wide receivers, but I think I might be in rough shape. We need A.J. Brown, DJ, Keenan Allen. We need somebody to sneak up here and push these guys down to us. We'll also take Josh right here just because, to get the stack, that's okay. That's kind of part of the reason I took Stephon Diggs too, is I felt it was likely I'd be able to get Josh Allen on the backside. And it's not likely this guy's not going to take a running back, the guy next to me having not taken one in the first 2 rounds. So we'll see what he ends up doing, but hopefully that'll leave somebody nice for me on the other side there. There's another guy they're kipping off the guys I want to draft here, which is what they're supposed to do, but hoping Tyreek sticks around. There's some uncertainty there. I love Michael Pittman. Not as hype on Zeke in the third round, so I'd like to avoid that if I can. Maybe on the way back. I know that's a very small distinction, but I just have times where I'm excited about my pick, and I have times where I'm not excited about my pick in these instances. And those were two of the players that would have made me excited. So let's see what's on the other side here. I think I may take James Conner if he's there. Maybe Josh Allen, A.J. Brown, Mike Williams, DJ Moore. Those are all on the table. There goes A.J. So it's going to push us into the right range. I'm going to see if Josh makes it to the other side. If he doesn't, I'll take a wide receiver. I'm going to take James Conner right here if that's what Super Toe has in mind. He's been in and out of the draft here, kind of slowing us down, but that's all right. Let's see here. What you going to do, Super Toe? Are you about to be in the auto draft scenario here or what? Okay, Cam Akers. Thank you for that. I've gotten James Conner in the last two drafts. It's something about ending up right here that pushes him to that tier. So either DJ Moore or Josh Allen. There goes DJ. So Josh Allen definitely. Maybe T. Higgins too. I didn't end up with any Bengals right there. So, yeah, I think T. Higgins or Josh Allen. That's where we're going. Let's see what you got, buddy. What are you thinking here? It's a tough choice for me and this guy right here. We got all the second round talent filtered out right there. We're going to get us a Josh Allen stack. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs stack with Najee and James Conner feels strong enough. I'm not super excited about drafting a quarterback that early, but it does take a lot of things out of the equation. Now, the big point will be I need to get a wide receiver in this next round, and it's going to be a long time before I get to draft again. And I'm probably going to miss out on this little tier that I like of wide receivers sitting right here. And it's likely that Lamar or Justin Herbert or Patrick Mahomes will be sitting there for me as well. So there's a lot of things I don't like about, well, I guess Patrick Mahomes won't. That's good. But still, there's a lot of things I don't like about drafting the quarterback right there. But if you want the Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs stack, you've got to do it then. And then there's a bunch of good stackable stuff going throughout. You can get Gabriel Davis again. You can get Dawson Knox later on. You can get one of the running backs, including it makes me more likely to draft James Cook just because he's probably going to be the one catching the passes. So I'm interested in that too. There goes Kyle Pitts. Kyle going around this range where this little tier of wide receivers is still here. It means I haven't been getting a lot of Kyle Pitts, and I'm worried about that. He seems like a monster out there, and he looks so good. Okay, Zeke, David Montgomery, these are wins for us the way we've gone about this. So we need to keep winning. Let's go ahead and clear out some Breece Hall. Go ahead and get ETN. I like ETN, but we need to clear him out if any of these wide receivers are going to make it to us. Come on. Let's go. We need Mike. We need Allen Robinson, Scary Terry, Jalen Waddle. We need one of those to make it to us right there. That's the dream scenario. Darren Waller also right there, but those are the dreams. I'm going to put ETN on there too. I'm not going to shy away from him. Well, I guess I'm going to put Lamar on there. I am going to shy away from quarterback. Oh, JK's on there too. Okay, so Allen Robinson would have been the pick for sure. Mike, Justin Herbert. Okay, we're doing good. Come on. Let's keep Jalen Waddle around. Keep Terry McLaurin around. Let's do that. I only have 5 people on my board right now, and there's a lot of picks between me and here. So number 9 is a tough one for sure. I'm going to put J.K. Dobbins in there. What else would we like to have happen? I guess Deontay at this point. I'm going to have to do something. Yes, Breece Hall. Get him out of here. That's not even on our board. Why don't we do some A.J. Dillon? I'd be pissed if I had to take Kittle right here and feel good about it. I probably wouldn't. Why is Jerry Jeudy so far down there? Juju, Jerry Jeudy, Brandon Cooks. Yahoo's done a lot to mix up there. There goes Kittle right there. That's good for us. They've done a lot to mix up their board recently. So that's interesting. They moved some people down that I wasn't expecting. Come on. Wide receiver. You don't want to paint yourself in this corner. That's kind of what I did taking Josh. I could have taken Mike Williams right there and been perfectly happy with that. Could have taken Kyle Pitts, had the tight end situation locked up, but it is what it is. We're getting in the range where maybe one of those wide receivers makes it. Come on, Waddle. You're not going to make it. No way Enrique or Super Toe lets you make it to me and make my day. So we'll just assume it's going to be ETN. What did Homeboy do last time? Does he have a tight end? See, he has a tight end. So if Waller makes it, we can wait. So that would be cool. Oh, there we go. Of course. I swear people are watching the stream sometimes when I'm talking about a player and then boom, they're gone. Come on. Don't take Waddle. ETN, yes. Waddle made it. That's huge. That makes me feel a lot better about the situation. We can get Tua later as a stack. I'd like that too. Oh, he took JK. That's okay. That's fine. We'll deal with that. I love that Lamar made it, but that's not good for us. Our build here. Could take Gabriel Davis and go with the double stack. That's interesting. I want to do Gabriel Davis. I've got to do it right now. There's so many good wide receivers right here. You know what? We're going to not stack that. We're going to go later stack. We're going to go B Cooks right here. Maybe he would have made it. Maybe I should have waited on B Cooks, but that's something I'm super interested in this year. So we're going to stick with our decision. We're going to hope against hope that one of these guys make it back, but it's not going to happen. I love this tier of wide receiver right here. So we're going to hope one of those guys makes it back. Hopefully we'll get into some Joe Burrow, some Kyler Murray. Lamar needs to go. If I didn't know Lamar would have made it this far, I might have waited on everything despite the stack. But I just spited the stack right there too, taking Brandon Cooks. So I don't know. It just felt weird to have so much of my top flight wide receivers locked into Buffalo. But I don't know. Feels like I might have done wrong right there. But it is what it is. We're not going to dwell. Amon-Ra, Deontay, Amanda Dalton Schultz, Juju. Dang, there's quarterbacks popping right there. Hopefully they keep going. There goes Gabriel. What else are we looking at here? Yeah, it's pretty much this little level of wide receivers. I'm hoping something from there makes it back. What's going on? Here's Antonio Gibson. We'll see how far he falls. He usually falls a pretty good ways. Seems like this is where quarterbacks start to come into focus for a lot of people as well, which is fine. We're hoping that they kind of start filling out the draft roster. We already got Kyler. Hopefully this Lamar Kyler will help some people drop down to us. I looked at Deontay Johnson while I was drafting there. Still just not all the way convinced on the Pittsburgh situation. And I definitely am not drafting Mitchell Trubisky. And I like Freiermuth as a tight end this year. So you put all those things together, and I don't end up with as much of Deontay Johnson as you would think. I also have a thing for Claypool. So I don't know. I just don't end up with that as much. There was a Damian Harris report today. Feels like they're just going to have a full-blown committee like they said on that Patriots thing. I love Ramondre, though, here in a little bit, a couple of rounds later than Damian goes. See if we get the chance. I'm really interested in one of these wide receivers. I've already got 2 running backs. I could use another running back for sure, but I'm just very non-committal on Antonio Gibson, on Damian Harris, on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But we're getting towards that point where they make a lot of sense. That's if all of those wide receivers I was talking about are gone. Oh, there goes 2 of them right there. There's no way that Juju makes it that far. So we're gonna miss out on that tier as I expected, but it's fine. Let's take a look at what else we've got going here. Not super happy about it, I'll be honest. But I did get in on the Waddle tier, and I got Cooks too. So, I mean, I did get 3 wide receivers there. There's so many quarterbacks still left. They aren't going off like we need them to go off to be successful in this one. There's Clyde Edwards. That's good. Let's keep Juju around. What do you say? Come on. Juju, Dalton Schultz right here, I guess would be okay as well. Darnell Mooney. Haven't been getting much Michael Thomas. He hasn't really been on the radar a whole bunch. Really breaking down this tier quickly. I'm not getting what I want. I'm not seeing what I want to see from it. I don't really want to start dipping into the running backs right now. I wish they would kip off a little bit quicker, because I'm not as excited about Darnell Mooney as I should be. I feel like we'll hope Dalton makes it. That's kind of where I'm at with. Although if I just wait a little longer, I can have Dawson Knox too. Man, it's just kind of how it's falling right now. Let's see what keeps falling. It seems like It seems like everybody's kind of overkipped on the wide receivers at this point. So it may make a lot of sense to go ahead and get in there. He's already taken the tight end as well. So let's go ahead and get us some Darnell Mooney. I've got big plans for Darnell Mooney. Plus, you can stack him with Justin later. I'm not always super stoked when he's my fourth running or wide receiver. Ooh, there goes Dameon Pierce. That's probably the highest I've seen him go at 70. That's interesting. You know what? We were just talking about Ramondre. It's a little early, but you know what? I kind of took stock of these running backs right here. It's kind of who I wanted. So you know what? We're just going to go with it and be fine. Bill Belichick is definitely up and down as far as his running back uses. So I'm way more likely to draft Ramondre or Damian Harris in this setting than I am the other settings here. It feels good to have my third running back too. I kind of like to have more running back depth than what I've got right now. I usually like Ramondre to be my fourth running back, but I feel like one of these guys is going to make it back that I like too. And then hopefully we're staring down Dawson Knox and a couple of other good quarterbacks. I like the Diggs, Knox, Allen's stack more than I like, having Gabriel Davis there as my third. I don't know. I'm glad that it was that Waddle made it back. That made it worthwhile for sure. I'm gonna stop dwelling on that though. Okay, so Miles Sanders, Devin Singletary, Chase Edmonds. Kind of interested in them at this time finally, but man, Miles Sanders last year was crazy to own, and in redraft leagues, it's tough to really trust those guys right now. Don't have a lot of Devin Singletary up into this point, but he's going to get some run too. Joe Burrow keeps falling farther than he usually does. I'm in on Joe. Let's put Dawson Knox and Joe, Tony Pollard, Renfro, Wilson, Thielen. This is a good spot for Thielen, Godwin, Christian Kirk, Melvin. What's left at running back? There's James Cook, Miles, Cordarrelle. Okay. There's some good stuff still left at running back. There goes Thielen. Do I need to worry about Dawson Knox with this guy? I don't think I do. So, okay, Dawson Knox on the backside. Who's left at quarterback? Let's see what we need to start thinking about. Joe, Dak, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins. Do I have any Joe stuff to stack that with? I don't. I'm kind of going to stick to that. If they don't make it, if Joe and Dawson don't make it, I guess I can go. Wait, do Joe and Josh have the same bye week? No. Does anybody have the same bye week? Okay, Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins. Okay, got to watch out for that. Huh. There's Christian Kirk. Tony Pollard. If I don't get one of those running backs from right here, I don't think they're going to make it on the way back. I wouldn't like that. I think I'm going to have to wait on quarterback, even though it's Joe Burrow in the freaking 10th round. Ugh. I don't know who I like in those running backs either. Oh, I definitely don't like McKissick. I'll tell you that wasn't on the board. Thank you for that. Okay. Man. Only have 4 wide receivers. Okay, good. Thank you for taking that out of my freaking hands. So wasn't going to be strong to do it. Okay, who is the best running back left available? Miles Sanders or Melvin Gordon? I never thought I'd be making this choice. You know what? Fine. Miles Sanders, fourth running back. I'm going to stop the slide. What's wrong with him? He'll be ready for the week. I remember seeing that. All right, so not great. I'm probably going to miss out on some wide receivers to get because of the stack and because of Miles Sanders there, but it's also not going to be the same bunch left when I'm drafting again. There goes Renfro, Smith, Lance. Okay, that's fine. Probably going to miss out on that second tier quarterbacks too. Dak. Oh, A-Rod's already gone. But I also have some stackable pieces with Tua and Justin Fields, both of which are eligible to be backups there. Of course, all the other backups have week 7s and shit. That's great. Oh, well. Godwin, that's not great, but it is what it is. We need some wide receivers to make it back to us here. I don't like Woods being that high up on my thing here, but that is what it is. Scantling. Man, it's getting tight as far as the wide receivers go. So we're going to have to get after it here. Good news is there's some wonky stuff going on too. Maybe I could have waited on these running backs. I mean, they seem to be making it on back around. Let's get Kirk and Matt out of here. Probably going to look at Robert Woods if he makes it. And then you know what? I'd put one of those guys as my fifth running back and be super happy about that and wait on all the rest of this crap. Russell Gage. God. Not super stoked about my 5 through 7 wide receivers here, but it is what it is. We've already gone here, so let's keep on keeping on. There goes Kirk Cousins. Good. Get him out of the mix. We need just some Robert Woods. Does this guy still take? Okay, he finally took a quarterback. Got it. He's got pretty. I mean, his fifth wide receiver is going to be about 50 times better than mine. It feels like so. No judgment here. There goes Robert Woods. That's bad. Derek Carr. I'm out on that too. I don't really have anything to stack him with. We're really going to have to hammer wide receiver at a time that I don't want to. That I don't feel good about doing it. And it's not great. Not feeling great about that. I feel like I really missed out. Darnell Mooney as I should have gone somebody besides Miles Sanders here, but that's also part of being locked in down here at this end too. Damn, can't even go Tony. That sucks. Let's see here. Yeah. Russell Gage, James Cooks. That's what we're doing. Hopefully that makes it. I guess I'd go Lockett otherwise. Gross. Claypool. Claypool would have been high on my range at one point. Let's go Russell. Because we can't afford to have this wide receiver position go sideways on us. Oh, he took James Cook. That stings. All right, so now what? Love to go Matthew Stafford. His bye week is the same week as Josh's. That sucks. So that's wide receiver 5. Maybe I need to go back around. Maybe I take Ertz right there. You know what? That's not bad. Okay. Boom. Zach Ertz, second tight end. I haven't gotten much Zach Ertz at this point, but I like that. Maybe I only have to go 2 tight ends and I can wait on quarterback now. Maybe I can go Matthew if it makes it back. We'll see about that. We just really need them to lay off wide receiver here so that we can get into some of this. We also need to get a 5th running back. Let's see who's left on the board there. Brian Robinson, Kenny Gainwell. I'm in on that. Herbert, Rashad White, like all that. So that's all. Somebody from that little tier is going to make it. Maybe it's Brian Robinson. Maybe it's Kenneth Gainwell. Those would be the best ones to have going there. We still need 2 other receivers. So we kind of need to figure out who we're stacking this with so we can kind of go towards some of those receivers. Tua, if he makes it back, I'm good with that. Have him with Waddle. Maybe we get some Gesicki as the 3rd tight end there. Let's see. Really, everybody's really off the Traylon Burks train now. Julio kind of hides down here a bit on Yahoo. There goes Claypool. Henderson, that's fine. We've still got 3 quarterbacks that I'm completely fine with. We'll hope they make it. Tyler Boyd, MVS. Yeah, that's kind of how I have it right there. Boom. All right, we're ready. Ready for you to not take my players. Well, good news is tight end probably wouldn't have made it back, so at least we did that. And I really do feel like I have the option to go. If I didn't know I was going to get Ertz, I might have gone Matthew Stafford and then gone with a 3rd quarterback that doesn't have a week 7 bye there, but didn't really have any good Rams stacks anyway, so it's fine. Justin Fields definitely on the board. Stack him with Mooney. What else? What other options? Oh, yeah, and Tua. I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of picks between me and him. Let's see. There goes Irv Smith. That's great. Still no 2nd quarterback here. Still no 2nd tight end, so we got to be wary of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs already. All right, so there's that. So definitely wouldn't have been the tight end I wanted coming back to me if I hadn't have done it. That makes me feel a lot better. There's also Isaiah McKenzie. I'm not opposed to that in my wide receiver game. He used to go in like the last round. So now that he's moved way up, that's not as cool, but it is what it is. Don't have the stacks for Trevor yet. Trevor stacks later though too. It's like we're talking Justin Fields or Trevor. Because I have Mooney already, I'll go for Justin Fields first. But I feel like Trevor Lawrence is further along and his team's probably further along just overall. Maybe I have to go Isaiah McKenzie earlier if I really want to get him. It's interesting. Unfortunately, I'm going to need 2 more wide receivers, and I'm probably going to have to wait if everything goes the way it's about to go. Justin Fields. Come on, Gainwell. You can do it. Oh, I forgot that's 2 Philly running backs. Oh, well. It is what it is. Oh, there goes Isaiah McKenzie, too. That stings. Dubs, Jarvis. Now we're going to have to take some flyers here at wide receiver. What else do we need? So 2 wide receivers. That is not good. I don't like doing it that way, but really wanted Kenny Gainwell apparently. So we're just going to give Taylor a pass on that. We might even be getting into the Nico Collins business. Dang. Things are rough down here when you're avoiding wide receivers and the like. There goes Julio. Every wide receiver that goes at this point goes against us, so that's not cool. But you put yourself in this position sometimes, and man, hopefully it's one of those 2 on the Philadelphia running side that gets the bulk of the points there, because otherwise, if I guess this team's going to be a real non-fan of Boston Scott, because if he gets points, what are we going to do here? Peoples-Jones. There's Michael Gallup down here. We're getting into the deeper sleepers here, so Okwebanon, James Robinson. happy about the Dawson Knox, Stephon Diggs, then Mooney and Justin Fields. I am worried about that Bears offense overall, though, so that is somewhat concerning, but it's fine. There goes Dubs, damn it. Come on. You're going to be really trolling here. And then what's our last pick? I guess we're going to take a late tight end. Higbee, Gesicki, Cooper, Tanyan, Hayden Hurst, Njoku, Brevin Jordan, great. Those are some of the guys I'm in to super duper late. God, Devontae Parker, Jacoby Miles. Ugh. There's some real trash right here. Some of them will score at times, but I'm not super into it. Maybe I should have just gone Trevor Lawrence like this super late, but I guess this means he wouldn't have made it to me. There goes Garrett. God, I don't like having two of my wide receivers from this stupid range. Ugh. Lamenting it. And you know what? Honestly, they're so bad I should probably take three. That's how bad it is. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know. What am I going to do here? Because I have two tight ends that are worthy. I have two quarterbacks that are worthy. Kind of going to have to make a decision here pretty shortly. Has there been any Jamison Crowder reports? Like, we're to the point we're thinking about third wide receivers on teams that we're not sure need a third wide receiver. No reports on Jamison Crowder. Clearing out some of my tight end prospects. Oof. All right. Well, let's think about this. Landry, Jahan Dotson. You know what? Buzz has been building. It's building around the apartment right now, too. Let's get us some Jahan Dotson this late. Ugh. 6 wide receiver. That's not good. That is bad. So, not great. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take Michael Gallup, too. We're going to hope he gets back in the mix. And there's my nemesis, Boston Scott. That guy took another running back. Not a big fan of the super running back heavy builds. I mean, 5 is a lot, in my opinion. So that's why I'm not a big fan of. I mean, how many does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's 6 right there. That's not, you're not able to, really, I don't know. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me. So it's fine. Whatever. And whoever I get in this last pick, because I have to pick super last, is not going to be good. It's not going to be one of the guys that I'm super excited about either. So I'm not really talking to us about it, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that build. Ooh, I like this stack I like this team right here. This team really seemed to take advantage of all the different areas. I wouldn't be surprised if he's ranked first. That's my favorite team, I think, right there. That's the first pick. Yeah, it must be nice. I like those. I like the area you pick in more than I like mine. Man, I like a lot of these teams better than I like mine. I think mine kind of came out crappy as far as my teams go. And that's part of but I guess that's part of getting the Josh Stephon Diggs early and getting going early on Dawson Knox. I mean, my team's definitely competitive, but I don't know. The Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell thing, I'm not a huge fan of. Not a big fan of drafting Jameson Williams in this thing right the way it is right now. He's looking to play half season. Not a big fan of anybody that's half the season when it comes to fantasy and best ball at this point. It's one thing if you're, Khalil Herbert made it this long. Definitely should have waited on that and gotten somebody better at wide receiver. That's fine. That's how it goes. Let's see. Zachary, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson. I like that too. Able to pull that off late. It's got some solid running backs there. Seemed to, beat me to some stuff, I guess. Whatever. I hate having Jameis as my second quarterback. I'm not big on that. Fight Chubb. Cool name. Okay. Got some players I'm not super huge on. DK, David Montgomery, but okay. Mike Evans, Tom Brady stack. I like that. Matt Ryan with not much else to go with it. So I'm not as big a fan of that team. That's fine. Keith. Once again, not as many stacks. Fine. But, still a decent team. Christian Kirk is your third wide receiver. That's a problem. Although I imagine he picked Chris Godwin first, I think. Not a big fan of that team. Okay, let's keep going here. I like this. JT Grant. Trey Lance is your first QB. Okay. Tyreek, McLaurin, Gabe. Okay, that's a solid squad right there. He's got a lot of value, and he got Matthew Stafford late too. So a lot of value on that guy's squad. Not a lot of stacks, but that's fine. Enrique, Lamar, AJ Brown. Love that start. Love the DJ. I've got some DJ DeAndre teams for sure. Oh, hey, I'm supposed to be paying attention to what I'm doing. That's part of what we're doing here. Austin Hooper's probably what I'm going to do. Let's do that. Feels like I've got a super tight end situation there. Okay. And then Enrique Super Toe. Oh, man, I thought he was the one that was drafting all those Chiefs receivers. Oh, well. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of what he did at the end, I guess. I would have liked – maybe it's because I'm mad about Isaiah McKenzie. Also wasn't big on where he got Cam Akers either. So, I'm okay with that, but it's not my favorite team. And Ant for you. Man, to not get Joe Burrow as late as he fell and have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins is criminal. Criminal as far as what you could have stacked right there. Baker and A-Rod is what you end up with. Fine, but and you got them super late, so great, but I don't know. It's not my favorite situation there. Let's take a look at me. Got the stack, so I like that part of it. Not super stoked on. I just fell at a weird time, it felt like, during a lot of this and a lot of these runs. And that's why I like drafting more towards the front. I'm not scared of 9, and a lot of times you get a good value there, and at least I got Najee at the end. And at least you're not at 10 where it's like Mixon and Stephon Diggs or Mixon and Devontae or Kelsey. And I saw Kelsey and Jamar Chase earlier, so at least it wasn't that. But I don't know. I don't know. In my team, it's fine. It's fine. I like it okay. But still, Waddle doesn't fall there. I'm upset at this point. So fine. Got to take the picture for the boys, show them the team, and then we're going to call it a day on all this. Appreciate the time, guys. Have a great rest of your day.